Hi, Josh Denbo, consumer protection attorney, consumer advocate. I represent people. I sue banks. I sue predators. I just help people in financial distress. I really like my job. Here's a question. How does a falling housing market help somebody who's behind on their second mortgage? Neat little puzzle, right? So recently, I've had a lot of people reach out to me and spoken to dozens of colleagues around the country. We're seeing the same thing, or we were, where second mortgages that have been in default for years all of a sudden, boom, appeared in a foreclosure filing. Now, in New Jersey, which is where I practice, it's a judicial foreclosure state. It takes a long time for foreclosures to go through. So there's some shucking and some jiving and some clever lawyering. We can generally help and save the day. But in other states where it's a non-judicial foreclosure and things go fast, this is a real problem. So how does the falling housing market, and it's going to start falling because interest rates have gone up by 2% over the last 12 months, and the Fed is about to make changes to how they do things to try to slow the housing market down because it's obviously out of whack. So how does that help somebody? Okay, basic concepts here regarding mortgages. You have a first mortgage of $100,000. You have a second mortgage of $100,000. Your house is worth $150,000. In New Jersey, the odds of the second mortgage lender filing foreclosure are slightly less than half of 1%. And that's probably only if they screw up understanding what the actual value of the property is, which happens sometimes. Basically, if the second mortgage lender in New Jersey has to sue, go to sale, pay off the first $100,000 plus whatever is unpaid, because why would you pay the first mortgage if the second mortgage lender is going to try to take your house? Then they sell the property and try to get however much of the $100,000 they're owed as they can out of a sale. You don't get full value on a foreclosure sale. So the point is just financially it doesn't work. What happened when the market went nuts is I had clients who I'd counseled over the years, look, your second, it's probably not going to chase you. Never expected the housing market to go crazy. A couple people came back and said, well, I kind of woke up. And I was like, wow. And then all of a sudden I got 50 more people calling me. Not people I'd represented in the past, just people with second mortgages. And I've been building strategies on how to deal with the second mortgage foreclosures. Difficult to do, doable, a challenge, annoying, difficult to do. The falling housing market is going to take care of a lot of that. If you are sitting on a second mortgage that's only slightly in equity, in other words, if your house is worth 110 and you have 100,000 first and 100,000 second, as the housing market drops, the second mortgage is going to be completely unsecured by anything, and they'll never file a foreclosure complaint on that. In fact, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy can strip off the entire loan, the lien, the debt, everything, for a mortgage that is fully and completely unsecured by anything. So $100,000 first loan, $100,000 second loan, house is now worth $90,000. A Chapter 13 bankruptcy, the entire second mortgage and loan can be discharged and swept away. Okay. Well, that's just what I wanted to tell you today. That the falling housing market is actually going to have a benefit to some people who've been in trouble for a long time. So if it helps you, great. If it taught you a little bit, great. If this was useful, like and subscribe. Thanks.